Good day, YouTubers. Is the spare Meghan's coup de grace? We never called the royals racist. I didn't say the royal family was racist. Wait, what? According to Harry and Meghan, the royals discussed what Archie would look like. This was racist, according to them. They won't tell us who said it, but it wasn't the Queen or Prince Philip. This is the main allegation. Harry and Meghan just accepted the Ripple of Hope Award from Kerry Kennedy for their fight against structural racism. Their entire argument all along is that the royal family itself, as a monarchy, is structural racism. The idea that British people can live in the land they built and established, govern it the way they choose, and benefit from what they have built is, according to them, horribly racist. Of course, that's only racist if it's done in European nations, but not anywhere else on the planet. Next, Harry reveals that he delivered Lilibet. That's amazing. I mean, where were the doctors? Does Harry have some medical training? We know he was a co-pilot in the military for helicopters. Here's the Daily Mail headline on this. Meghan's very quirky birth stories, from Nando's takeaway to a framed photo of Diana in the delivery room and Sanskrit music. And they even took a moment to renew their wedding vows after Lily's arrival. Wow. It's like a scene from a movie. They ate Nando's chicken. Harry snorted up all of Meghan's laughing gas while the doctor was out, apparently, and they listened to Sanskrit songs. Harry decorated the room with electric candles and brought a framed photograph of Diana to be a witness. All of this craziness and activity is plausible if someone else, meaning not Meghan, is the person who gave birth to Lilibet. We'll call this person a surrogate. There are many who believe that this woman was Archie's surrogate. Let's not forget, when reporters began asking questions about Lilibet's birth, the delivery doctor, Melissa Drake, suddenly shuttered her successful practice and went missing. Now on to the main topic. Is Harry's memoir Spare Meghan's coup de grace of Harry? A coup de grace is the final death blow, the last cut to end the suffering, a mercy killing. In other words, has Meghan sealed the deal on her divorce? Will she now get the house, all the money, full custody of the children, and could even make a strong case for Harry as an unfit parent who should not even be able to see his children, but he must pay millions every year for this privilege of being nobody? Item 1. Harry says he killed 25 Taliban fighters during his time in the military. I covered this topic in my last video. Go check it out. The issue here is that this puts a target on Harry's back, pretty much for life. This is a danger to Meghan and the children. Salman Rushdie was stabbed in the neck and lost his eye 42 years after penning a book that offended Muslims. Item 2. Harry admits drug use. He admits he experimented with cocaine, magic mushrooms, and cannabis. And he goes into some detail about this, stating that some of the drugs opened his eyes to the true nature of reality. Item 3. Harry admits to mental health struggles. Specifically, he talks about agoraphobia, or the fear of going outside. Agoraphobia is often also accompanied by a panic disorder. Sufferers of this disorder begin to panic at the thought of going outside in public or panic when they attempt to go outside in public. Remember the EMDR stuff of Harry self-soothing? This is all evidence. A good person uses their knowledge about their beloved to help them, to love them, to get in sync with them. But an evil person will always use their knowledge of you to harm you or even destroy you. In prior readings, I see their relationship as crap. It's very difficult and full of conflict. I've also seen both of them consulting lawyers. That's maybe, just in case. I also have seen Harry keeping an apartment in San Francisco to get away from Meghan when he needs to. I have questions. Is Meghan intentionally setting Harry up? Is Meghan supporting Harry? What is their relationship here? Is Meghan talking to a divorce lawyer currently? Let's take a look and see what the cards want to say. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. As always, you could find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback.
Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. All right, so is the spare Meghan's coup de grace? She was planning this all along. She's just setting him up. Or is it more like random, just like stirring the pot? And you don't know what's going to stick, what's going to be the final death blow. But maybe this one, maybe that one, and she just keeps throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks, because he went from the most popular royal, even more popular than the Queen at one point, and very consistently the number 2 most popular royal, to absolutely in the toilet. Everybody hates Harry. I mean, he should not show his face in England for quite a while. As long as he's married to Meghan, he should not show his face in England, because he's not going to get a warm reception. So is The Spare, this book, The Spare, Meghan's coup de grace? Is this how, was she planning this all along? What is going on? 4 diamonds. Devil. Oh my, look at that. And I just put lotion on my hands to give them a little bit of moisture. And they're still very dry. Boy, that devil in 10 spades. Can't wait to read that. Oh, big change. Okay. We have a no. Is the spare Meghan's coup de grace? No can mean no, or it can mean full stop. Everything. This is the end. This is the full end. Let's read it. No people cards here. Not seeing any people cards here. You can tell I've been painting. More painting. So here's blue, here's white, here's more white. I've got some more white to do, and then some more blue. And then I'm almost done with painting, thank goodness. Then I'm going to hire an architect to make some drawings according to code. Hopefully that won't cost too much, because I don't have the money. Okay, so let's see. 4 diamonds, solid foundation, and money, devil, and 10 spades. A terrible, terrible ending. The worst possible ending and result. So the devil is very malicious. The devil is a sentient being and very active. He pursues you to destroy you. 24, 25, 25, 11 and 10, 21, 25. 7 hearts. The way is open. The way is open to, this is the end of Harry. This is what this is saying. This is the end of Harry. Harry has finished himself with all this stupidity. He's finished himself. He's dug a hole that he can't climb out of. He's really finished himself through words and actions, talking about his emotions. He thought he was just talking about his emotions, and I'm sure that's what they're pandering to him. Just tell your truth, Harry. I think that can work for women. I don't think that can work for men. I think that he's going to be held to account for his words. And I think that's beginning even now, especially with the Taliban. They're not going to be like, oh, well, you didn't mean it. They're going to Salman Rushdie that guy. They're going to Charlie Hebdo him. Eventually, maybe. But they're not going to be like, yeah, we're going to give him a pass because he's Harry and he's so cute. No. Conflict. In the future, their near future is conflict. Water into wine, transformation. He's transformed his situation. He's transformed his foundation with all these admissions. He's really changed the course of his life. In life, as you go forward in life, there are like key events. And a lot of people believe that like the key events in our lives are predetermined. And they completely change the course of your life. He has changed the course of his life by continuing down this path. He could have turned around any time, but I think this is the seminal moment. We are witnessing the seminal moment that changes the course of Harry's life when he published The Spare. On an ongoing basis, he just keeps going down this path because he wants people to love him, hopes and fears. He hopes people will love him for being so real, and outcome, massive change. Okay, so massive change in a very bad way. So the question I asked, was this planned? Is this Meghan's coup de grace? Was it planned? I'm not seeing Meghan here. Okay, this is a terrible thing. By continuing, like if you're on drugs, and I'm not relating this to Harry, but if you're on drugs, the person on drugs, they keep going and going and going, and they keep meeting mile markers, and they could turn back, they could quit. I can't quit, it's a disease, whatever. Each time they pass a certain roadblock that they said they would never do, it really changes things. And so what this spread is saying is this event, this is a seminal event, and it has really changed the course of Harry's life. It doesn't say that Meghan was planning this and manipulating everything behind the scenes. So this is a seminal event. Let's ask, did Meghan intentionally set Harry up with the book Spare? And it wasn't just one action. It wasn't just like one thing. There was the Oprah interview. There's all these allegations and allegations. They just keep traveling down this road. And now there's the Spare. It's 100 things. It's 1,000 things. And he's dwelling on this, thinking about this, plotting this, living this every day, all the time. It's not a single act. So did Meghan intentionally set Harry up for this disaster? Is Meghan doing this intentionally? Mustard seed, emotions, all the emotions. Did Meghan intentionally set Harry up? Well, there's only one female card, and it's underneath, which if you're manipulating from the shadows, you would be underneath. Let's read this. It's all about his emotions. He's telling his truth. This is media, electronic media, emotional messages in electronic media, 25 spades, are creating a problem for Harry. What's underneath? Official, this is how they're going to rise to the top. This is how their star is going to ascend, high tower. 3 spades, queen of spades. Constantly, repetitively going after these hidden problems. Meghan is Diana. It's all because of Diana. Looking at the belly button and picking the lint out, and oh, there's more lint, like that. And money and foundation. So this does not say that Meghan is specifically the manipulator. So this queen of spades and 3 spades can say that Meghan is constantly creating this, but he's on board with the money. He's on board. This is like business. This is how we're going to make our fortune. This is how we're going to be world famous. So she is behind the scenes manipulating constantly, but Harry's on board. So it's all about Harry's emotional narrative. I don't think we can just blame Meghan. So I need to touch the birth of Lilibet. With regard to Lilibet, with regard to Archie, my cards show me that these are surrogate children, that there were all kinds of problems with the surrogate. We've looked at all this before. Were Meghan and Harry even present for the birth of Lilibet, or was this narrative, with the Indian music, the Sanskrit music? How do you have Sanskrit music? I know what Sanskrit is, that's writing, but Sanskrit music, I guess you put it to I don't understand. So were they even present for the birth of Lilibet? Because it was clearly a surrogate. Dr. Drake closed her practice when people started asking questions. The Indian lady who said she was on Skype for the whole thing, I think she made some denials. Everybody's just fleeing like rats from a sinking ship. They were fleeing as soon as anybody started asking questions. So were Harry and Meghan even present, or was this all just made up? Devil. Outside events, foundation, Oh my. Well, devil is a big liar. They're lying about outside events and stuff in the foundation. 11 and 11, 22, 6 diamonds. They're lying about all of it. I think the whole thing may be made up. And that's right on the surface. They're lying. They're making up so much stuff. What's underneath? Virtue signaling, making it sweet. And I made the comment, it's like a movie. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, it's so perfect. They're eating Indian food. They're playing Sanskrit music. Harry has the framed picture of Diana. Man, you better have thrown that all in like an industrial garbage bag and, you know, carried it out to the car with Meghan if she was really pregnant. That's a lot of stuff to pay attention to. I mean, I'm lucky if my wife is giving birth, I'm lucky to make it there myself in the middle of the night and remember to bring the cigars to light up when the baby comes, you know. And I might have to go downstairs and buy the cigars at the little desk there, you know, because I know they're carrying cigars because people like to do that when a child is born. And I think that's a good thing for men to act like men. I mean, I don't smoke cigars. I don't smoke at all, but I'll smoke a cigar for your child's birth. I mean, it's memorable. Okay. Roadblock. Okay, it's all just appearance. Problems. They're constantly doing this. They're constantly doing this on an ongoing basis. They're painting this fantasy picture, and they're reimagining 8 Hearts. They're transforming what actually happened. So it's all just fantasy BS. They're just making it up. Okay, and the problem with that is, if you tell the truth, you don't have to remember the lies. Okay, so they're just making all this stuff, and people. In very recent videos that I'm watching, people are saying they're contradicting themselves over and over. So if you're just making stuff up, you're going to be contradicting yourself all the time because it's not true. You can't remember what you said. That's what's happening. So it's all just fantasy BS. They're just making it up as they go along so that it seems really great. And that, again, is a Meghan thing. Let's look at Meghan and Harry because, I mean, the whole theme of this reading is Meghan setting Harry up for a coup de grace? So I want to look at Meghan and Harry. And a bad partner will be playing against you all the time. Okay, and I've had this in my partnerships with women. I just feel like I'm doing everything for her, for both of us, and she's constantly playing against me. That's absolutely unacceptable. If you're that person, man or woman, just punch yourself in the face because you shouldn't be doing that. You're supposed to be working together. Okay, and if you're always playing against your partner, what's wrong with you? Okay, for real. So is Meghan playing against Harry? What's the relationship? Are they playing together? Are they working toward the same goals? Or is Meghan just really working against Harry and Harry's the idiot working for both of them and working for Meghan's best interests? Meghan and Harry. I mean, that really gets to the heart of the coup de grace thing. Meghan. We have secrets right there. Secret selfishness. Harry. Oh my gosh. Smitten idiot. Maybe men are the real romantics in relationships. All right, what do we got? So Harry, he's got the lovers in the center, the close emotional relationship, the marriage and the lovers in the foundation, 6 and 7, 13, 4 hearts, the marriage, the lovers, the marriage, the family, and the financial foundation. Harry is absolutely working for both of them, absolutely working for Meghan. He's doing it for Meghan. Boy, you're going to be sorry, buddy. What's Meghan doing? Selfishness, secrets. She's working everything together. 16, 4 spades. 4 spades, 7 spades. Secrets, dead bodies in the box, selfishness. Meghan is only working for Meghan. She's working everything together for her benefit only. She's very selfish, and she's doing this secretly. Harry is not seeing it. Okay, I guarantee you that he does see it, but he's ignoring it. He's decided I'm not going to see it because I'm in love, and all of her words are always that I love you, that we're working together, but her actions behind the scenes, I guarantee you he sees it. And you see men get murdered because they know what's going on. They just will ignore it. They're like, no, I can't be seeing what I'm seeing. And that's what's happening between Harry and Meghan. Meghan is constantly working against Harry and telling him that they're a team and making sure that he's working for her. That's really evil. Hart and Hightower. But that's the nature of an evil person. An evil person is always, they don't care if they hurt you. In fact, I think they want to hurt you. That's the nature of an evil person. Even if that person is a parent or a spouse, they'll hurt you. Everything for the good of, for their rise to the top and the good of their business. Like the royal family is a business. They're the royals. They're the firm. It's kind of like that. They're the firm, 10, 3 diamonds, working everything together for the best and for them. So Meghan is really working against Harry. And what this says to me, with Harry just having the veil over his eyes and not seeing, it's going to be so bad for him. The fall is going to be so much worse for him because he's not protecting himself. Meghan is doing nothing but protecting herself, nothing but feathering her nest, nothing but paying attention to her needs, and Harry is not paying attention to his needs. And it's going to be, I think it's almost over for Harry. Things, people like to say things can't get worse. Things can always get worse, bro. Things can always get worse. So finally, is Meghan talking to a divorce lawyer at this time? Because I've seen them both talking to lawyers. Is Meghan talking to a divorce lawyer, really moving forward like, that's it for Harry, he's no more use to me, I've ruined him? And that's what narcissists do. They seem very invested in making sure that others fail so that they can feel successful because they have such a poor self-concept. They think so poorly of themselves. They need others to fail by their hand. It's really sick. So let's look at Meghan and the divorce lawyer. See if she's in contact right now with the divorce lawyer. Meghan. We have communication. We have new starting, divorce lawyer, secret, marriage, official. Yeah. All right, so a big change in the relationship. Yep. So Meghan is really watching. She's paying attention to everything. All these new revelations and the reactions, much more important is the reactions to these revelations. It's really changing this for her. What's up over here with the divorce lawyer? Official, marriage, secret. 14, 23, 6 clubs. That's family card, marriage and family. Yeah, there's a lawyer over here and he's behind the scenes. So I think, and I've seen in the cards that they're both talking to lawyers. I think Harry is just duped a whole lot more. So I think all along they have lawyers that they can call and they kind of talk to very quietly and not let the other know. So he's there. That lawyer is there, whether male or female. What's going on with Meghan? Mustard seed can be like the divorce document, like filing for divorce. Sudden filing, communication, 9, 10, 11, 3 clubs. She is taking action. She is taking action. It doesn't mean she's going to hand him the papers yet, but this really changes everything. He's really screwed himself. Yeah. So, wow. So what do I conclude from this? I conclude that Meghan was not, she is manipulating. She's manipulating everything behind the scenes. She's making sure that Harry is on her side and always working for both of them while she's working against him. That's very terrible. And if your spouse is doing that, if you're doing that to your spouse, that's terrible. That's really terrible. If that's being done to you, get out. if you're the person doing that, then you're a terrible person. So I don't see her directly manipulating Harry's fall here. It's just, I do see that everything changes for Harry. Everything. Did Meghan, okay, yeah. I asked, did Meghan intentionally set Harry up? No, Harry's on board. He's do-de-do-de-do. He's dumb. Meghan is worried, yeah. So there's a lot of double game going on here. Harry is deceived into being on board. Meghan is not deceived by anything. She doesn't believe her own stuff. And when I looked at a previous reading, she knew that she was lying, but the lies are not Meghan. So Meghan is a crafty character, and Harry is just being played for a sucker, and it's going to turn out really bad for him. And it already has. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Don't forget to like and subscribe.